Hey guys. So today I want to talk about something that I don't see a whole lot of people discussing, but I want to talk about being an influencer on Instagram. And this might apply to TikTok, it might apply to other platforms as well, but I'm going to speak specifically about Instagram today because that's the platform that I have built my audience on over the past year and a half, and there are just some warnings and things I want to share with you. So if you're interested in building a platform on Instagram or TikTok, anywhere, YouTube even, I just want you to be aware of some things that I wish I had known. If you're obsessing over the numbers, you will never be happy because there will always be someone who is more successful than you, that has more followers, that gets more engagement and likes, that has, a more of a community around surrounding them. There's always going to be someone that you can look at and then make yourself feel small by comparing yourself to them. And if you're going into this, the best thing you can do is just focus on yourself and focus on creating original content that adds value to people's lives. So instead of, following all the trends and doing all the different things that people are doing on already that is gaining traction, come up with your own things, talk about things that other people aren't talking about already. Like, I made a post about my shopping addiction and my spending addiction and how, being someone, I have bipolar disorder and PTSD, how that kind of intersects. And people really responded well to that because they're used to having influencers shove discount codes down their throat and tell them to buy things. So to have someone say, you should be responsible with your money, like, that stands out. So do your own thing is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to brag about my content. Just don't look at everybody else's metrics and stats. Like, it just doesn't matter at the end of the day whether or not, there are going to be people always who are doing better than you in one way, shape, and form. And this goes for real life too. You have to make sure that you just focus on yourself and have gratitude for what you do have. It's not easy to make money on Instagram. Companies tend to want to take advantage of influencers. A lot of creators are underpaid. So there's this website called Social Blue Book, and I ran my stats through, and it gave me a media kit, and a media kit basically contains your audience demographics and a rate sheet and all that stuff. And a rate sheet basically is how much you charge for certain posts or videos or reels. And I found out that according to this website, should be making like a couple $1,000s per sponsored post, and that, let me tell you, that is not happening. Just because you have a large following and get a lot of likes on your posts doesn't mean that you get paid anything. So the only way that you actually get paid is if you find a brand, they review your audience details, they decide that you are a good fit for their brand, not only in terms of your audience, but also the way you look, the size you are. They discriminate. So I've had really bad experiences with brands that have, made me not really want to work with them in general. If you'd asked me a year and a half ago where I thought I would be, I would probably say, first of all, that I would have, maybe 10,000 followers, and that would be if I was lucky. And I would assume that if I had as many as I do right now, that I'd be wealthy or at least more financially stable. Because my audience is primarily male, I am pretty much considered worthless to these companies. And that's not all companies, but a large percentage just don't like the male to female ratio being off. And that makes sense, but it's also, I feel like, used as an excuse a lot of the time by companies. They'll say, oh, you have too many male followers, when the reality is, don't want to have anything to do with you. It's a very competitive space, and I haven't, just because you love on someone's profile, engage with them, do all of the things to try to connect with them meaningfully, that doesn't mean that they're going to reciprocate. And you shouldn't expect them to, but it can hurt your feelings if you really look up to certain influencers. And there are certain influencers that I have been following since before I had a platform, a significant number of people following me. And, I finally get to their level number wise, but they still don't want anything to do with me. When I tell people that I'm an influencer, I usually don't like to use that word. I usually say content creator. They treat me differently and not in a positive way. And then the people that I tell who treat me nicely, I feel like it's all fake. So you kind of are left feeling like you don't have any genuine interactions with anybody except the people that you knew before your platform took off. That can, again, be very lonely. Being an influencer can be a really positive thing so long as you're influencing people to take care of themselves, to not judge others, to be more open-minded. I think that it can be a beautiful thing, and that's the whole reason why I started, and that's the reason why I'm gonna continue to do it. If you're not already following me on Instagram, my name is Melisina Fire. Please subscribe, like the video, give it a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Just interact. And I'll respond to every comment that I receive. So I really appreciate you watching, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, bye.